They didn't just call the cops on me. They tried to shut down a simple family barbecue. It was a warm Saturday afternoon, the kind of day made for laughter, grilled food, and neighbors gathering around. I had set up my backyard with a small grill, some chairs, and music playing softly in the background. The smell of ribs and chicken floated through the air, and my kids were running around happily. It was a normal, peaceful family gathering. But suddenly, flashing red and blue lights appeared at the curb, and the mood shifted instantly. 2 officers walked up to me, saying there had been a complaint about excessive noise and disturbance. I looked around, confused. My family wasn't being loud. We were simply enjoying our weekend. And that's when I saw her, arms crossed, expensive suit, smug expression, my neighbor Karen. She had called the police on us, and she stood there like she had won. That moment stung. Not only was my family embarrassed, but I also felt like my very existence was a problem to her. But instead of breaking me, that night lit a fire inside me. I kept replaying the moment over and over. She wanted to shut me down for grilling in my own yard. But what if I turned that exact passion into something bigger? What if the same barbecue that disturbed her could be the thing that changed my life? I began experimenting with recipes, marinating meat differently, adding spices I learned from my family traditions, and posting short videos online. People started noticing. My posts got likes, shares, and soon people were messaging me, asking if they could taste the food for themselves. That's when I decided to host a small pop-up stand at the local park. To my surprise, the turnout was incredible. People lined up, laughing and enjoying my cooking. Every weekend, the line grew longer, and I realized I had something real on my hands. Karen drove by sometimes, giving me that same disapproving glare, but I didn't care anymore. I was too busy feeding people and building something of my own. With the money I saved, I rented a tiny storefront and opened my first restaurant. It was tough at first, long nights, financial stress, and endless hours in the kitchen. But I poured my heart into every meal, and people kept coming back. Years later, I stood in front of the grand opening of my 4th location. The sign above me read the name of my restaurant chain, shining brightly. From one backyard barbecue that nearly got shut down, I had built something bigger than I ever imagined. Now, hundreds of families sit down every day to enjoy food that once brought me shame in the eyes of a neighbor.